Let me ask you this. How many great startup ideas never make it to the market? Not because the idea was bad, but because it was built the wrong way. I have seen it hundreds of times. Founders spend months and thousands of dollars building something no one uses. And the crazy part, it's totally avoidable. In this free session today, I am going to walk you through the exact Launchpad framework, the same process I've used to help founders in US, Europe, and Asia build successful MVPs and scalable products safely and efficiently. By the end of this session, you'll understand exactly how to plan, design, build, test, and scale your software, and how to avoid the mistakes that kill most startups. Have you ever felt like building your product is taking twice as long and costing twice as much as it should? Even though you are working with talented people, you are not alone. Building software in 2025 looks nothing like it did 5 years ago. We now have AI tools that can write code, design prototypes, and even test applications. But the truth is, founders are still failing at the same rate because tools don't replace clarity. Success today is not about being the cheapest or the fastest, it's about being strategic. You need a roadmap, you need the right partner, and you need to know where AI fits in and where it does not. That's why the Launchpad framework exists to give you clarity, control, and confidence in every stage of building your product. The founder's dilemma is once you have decided to turn your idea into real product, you hit your first big decision. How do I actually build this? And if you are like most founders, you have probably gone back and forth on these exact options. Option number one is build an in house team. Full control, yes, but hiring is slow, expensive, and risky if your direction changes. Option two, hire freelancers. Lower cost, most flexibility, but suddenly you become the project manager, tester, and firefighter when things go wrong. And the option three is outsource to a development company that can save 40 to 60% of cost and time, but pick the wrong partner and you'll lose months of effort. And now there's a fourth option that everyone is talking about. Can I just use AI to build it myself? The truth is, AI tools like GPT-5, Cursor, and Replit have changed the game. They can generate code, build prototypes, and even automate testing, but they can't replace judgment, architecture, or user insight. The founders who are winning right now are not choosing between humans or AI. They are combining both. They hire teams who know how to use AI properly to speed development, reduce cost, and improve quality without skipping the fundamentals. That's exactly what we do through Launchpad. We help you design the right approach, whether that means building in house with AI support, outsourcing to an AI enabled partner, or using a hybrid model. Because once you understand the new rules of how products are built in the AI era, you stop guessing and start executing with confidence. And execution starts with one thing, knowing if your idea actually deserves to be built. Let's talk about how we validate that inside the Launchpad framework. Every successful product starts with one thing, clarity. That's why the Launchpad framework is built on a simple philosophy: build clarity before code. Because the truth is, writing code is the easy part. What really decides success is what you build, why you build it, and for whom. The Launchpad framework gives founders a structured, reality tested roadmap, a 6 step blueprint that takes you from raw idea to a validated, scalable product. Step one is where it all begins, the idea validation. We do not start with features, we start with evidence. Once that clarity is in place, every next decision, features, design, development, testing becomes faster, cheaper, and far less risky. Let's walk through each step with real examples. Step number one is idea validation framework. Let me ask you, how sure are you that your idea truly solves a problem people care enough to pay for? Most founders skip this question because they are excited to build. The truth is, most MVPs do not fail because they were coded wrong. They fail because they were aimed wrong. That's why step one is all about validation. We slow down, test assumptions, and uncover the truth about whether your product deserves to be built at all. Here's the four-part method we use. Step one, define the core problem. If you cannot explain what you are solving in one clear sentence, you do not have clarity yet. Step 2. Identify your top 3 user segments. Who feels the pain the most? Step 3. Map problem versus value. For each pain point, ask, if I solve this, how much would it really matter? Step 4. Prototype and feedback. Build a clickable concept, no code, and test it with 5 to 10 real people. Their reactions will tell you what data never can. Here's a story. A founder wanted to build a social app for pet owners. During validation, we discovered users did not actually care about sharing pictures. They wanted trusted pet sitters. That one insight changed everything. She scrapped 70% of her planned features, focused only on sitters' reliability, and launched in 6 weeks. That MVP brought her first paying users and eventually the funding. That's what validation does. It saves you from building the wrong thing beautifully. Inside the Launchpad program, I share our exact templates and interview scripts you can use to validate your own idea starting tomorrow. Once your idea is validated, the next challenge is focus, deciding what to build first and what can wait. And here's the step 2. Feature decision framework. The second step is feature decision. Here's the top trap. Founders love features. They want their MVP to impress everyone. Users, investors, advisors, but more features do not create more value. They create more complexity. So before building, ask yourself, if I could only launch with 3 features, which ones those would be? Which ones would prove the core value of my product? Inside the Launchpad, we use must, should, could model. Must means the essentials that prove your concept. Should means useful but can wait. Could means nice to haves for later. Here's an example. A wellness startup came in with 18 planned features. After our workshop, we trimmed it to just 4 must haves: onboarding, progress tracking, habit reminders, and summaries. The MVP launched in 7 weeks at half the cost, and users loved the simplicity. Focus wins. Your MVP job is not to do everything, it's to prove one thing works. Once you know what to build, the next question is, how will users feel when they use it? That's where design decides your success. Design is not decoration, it's the direction. It tells users what to do next without them having to think. Poor design kills startups faster than bad code ever did. At Launchpad, we teach what I call the 30-second design test. If a new user cannot understand your product purpose, 30 seconds, the design has failed. We start every build with clickable prototypes, not code, just logic and flow. We use Figma, Framer, and Galileo AI to create layouts in days, not weeks. Here's a story. A founder brought us a complex B2B dashboard. Within minutes, users were lost. We redesigned it using our one action, one screen rule. Their signups increased by 60% during beta. That's why great design is not just about how your product looks, it's about how it earns trust. Now that your product is designed for clarity, let's talk about how AI can make development faster and smarter. AI powered development. AI has changed everything about software development, but it's not here to replace developers. It's here to supercharge them. Our Launchpad partners use AI at every stage: smart code generation, auto documentation, AI based code reviews, predictive testing. AI takes care of the heavy lifting. Human engineers handle the architecture, logic, and quality. One founder's SaaS MVP was estimated at 12 weeks. Using AI assisted coding, the team shipped it in 7. With 30% lower cost and fewer bugs, AI accelerates results, but only when guided by experience. That's why Launchpad team combines AI efficiency with expert engineering oversight. But speed is not the whole story. Your product must also perform, scale, and stay secure as you grow. Great products do not just launch, they last. Three pillars make that possible: testing, scalability, and security. In testing, AI powered automation runs thousands of tests every day, catching bugs instantly. Scalability, every Launchpad MVP is built cloud native. So you can grow from 100 to 100,000 users without a rebuild. We follow GDPR and OWASP standards from day one. You own your IP, your data, and your infrastructure. A quick story about a fintech founder who was ready to launch when our AI security scan flagged a data exposure risk. We fixed it in hours, saving his reputation before it was ever at risk. Move fast, yes, but never recklessly. That's the Launchpad way. And to make all this work, you need one last piece: the right development partner. This is the $1 million questions. Who will actually build your product? Most founders choose based on price. That's the worst metric you can use. The right partner does not just code, they collaborate. They understand your vision, communicate clearly, and deliver with accountability. Inside Launchpad, we connect you with pre vetted Indian teams who have built SaaS and AI products for global clients. These are not random vendors, they are product builders trained in our processes. Transparent communication, agile delivery, AI enabled workflows, and proven result. That's the India advantage: world class quality, global mindset, and smart cost efficiency. With Launchpad, you do not guess. You build with partners who have already done it and done it well. Now, let me show you what happens when this process comes together. Founder from California came to us after 6 months of failed freelancer attempts. We revalidated his idea, trimmed 60% of unnecessary features, and matched him with a vetted AI ready team in Bangalore. His MVP launched in 8 weeks. Within 3 months, he had 5 paying clients and a strong case study that helped him raise a pre seed round. Another founder from Germany followed the same framework for a logistics platform. His product scaled to 1,000 users in the first month because it was designed for scale, not just launch. That's what happens when clarity meets execution. If this free session gave you clarity, imagine what you will learn inside the full Launchpad program. It's on Teachable now. It's a complete self paced course where I guide you step by step through everything we discussed today: idea validation, MVP planning, design systems, AI enabled development, testing, scalability, and outsourcing playbooks. You'll also get real templates, workbooks, and case studies you can apply directly to your product. Once you complete it, you will have two options. Option number one is consulting driven development. Work directly with me and my team as your strategic CTO partners. And the option two is the sprint program. Outsource your complete development to one of our vetted AI ready partners in India under my supervision. Either way, you'll build your product with clarity, control, and confidence. Click the link below to enroll in the Launchpad program and let's turn your idea into a product that actually reaches the market. Thank you.